Hello viewers, this is your Michael from Screen Review 3, my 693 podcast. This is my 693 podcast. Like always, I'm going to speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I'll try to do my best not to breathe so hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback, during this audio podcast recording as well. And also, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain some adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will contain some adult language if you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, then you have to watch this audio podcast recording. Now, with this everything else out the way, let's get into the top. Let's get into the topic. Recently, I just finished watching the final season of the final part of Cobra Kai, the final season. I gotta say, it was not bad. It was not. It was, it had a good thing. Like, this final season, this final part of the final season was not bad. It's not bad, but I would. Before I get into the bad things, the things I didn't like about the season, I gotta say, everything turned out good for all the characters. So basically, Dimitri Hawk, Dimitri Hawk, before I go any further, I forgot. If you haven't watched the final season of Cobra Kai yet, I just don't watch this video. So basically, I forgot, so basically, it's going to be some spoilers alert. So basically, spoiler alert. So anyway, if you guys haven't watched the final part of Cobra Kai season 3, don't watch this video before you watch the final part. So basically, just spoiler alert. Anyway, so basically, Denise and Hawk are going to the same college. Samantha had, Samantha will figure out what she wants to do, and she goes to Okinawa, and Miguel got into Stanford, but he decided to go with her, before he goes to Stanford and whatnot. So basically, Miguel and Samantha are still a couple, Robbie. Wally and Tori are living it up, being big karate stars and whatnot. Johnny. So basically, Johnny kind of redeemed himself after redeemed himself. Winning a big fight at the tournament, and basically, he got himself right and whatnot. Basically, living the living the life of a married man to Miguel's mother and whatnot slash baby mama slash wife now. Daniel. So basically Daniel. So basically Daniel and Johnny do see eye to eye and realize that they value their friendship more and whatnot. Most of the kids, most of the kids, most of the students of karate of Miyagi Do and Cobra Kai are now being taught by Daniel and Johnny. Johnny, what's the name? Chosen had some closure with Kimiko, did have some closure with Kiniko, and basically that justify him now hooking up with Kim, Kim, and basically, and basically that's pretty much the whole series in that large sum. But the thing I really think there are three things that I wish that should have happened. One, Aisha should have been in this final season. So Aisha, the big black girl from the light skinned black girl from season, who was in season one up to season two, I believe. Like, she should have been in the final season. So basically, I wish they would have brought back the actress who played Aisha and had her in the final season. Two, I wish Judy, Julie, aka Hilary Swank from the next Karate Kid movie, or better known as that other fish, well, that other fourth Karate Kid movie that is not that I wish that Hilary Swank would have showed up to reapply her role as Julie from the next Karate Kid movie. So basically, I wish that they would have got Hilary Swank to come back into Cobra, come back to part her role as Julie, and basically and basically share her stories with Daniel and whatnot about how her time at Mr. Rogge changed her life and whatnot. And the third thing is, I wish that the series, the final part of the series did have some good Rocky references throughout the final part of the series. So basically, I wish that remember in Rocky 3, when Rocky lost the title to Glover, to Mr. T's character in Rocky 3, and Apollo came to pick Rocky back up and trade him to get that title back. So basically, it's like we got reference from that Rocky movie right there from Rocky 3. So basically, I was hoping that that this series will end with Daniel and Johnny having one hat having one last fight with each other, like a friendly fight, like a fight to like to like one last fight to each other, like in Rocky, like in the Rocky 3, remember in Rocky 3, like Apollo said that I'll help you get your title back, Rocky, but you owe me a favor. So basically, Rocky was like, okay, 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 like what favor do you want? And when it's time to polish his favor, he wanted a boxing match, a private boxing match between Rocky and him. So basically, I would like to see Daniel and Johnny, do the end of Rocky 3. We see them in the dojo, having a private match between each other, and the episode ended with them, starting the fight, and this is how the series ended on that note. I wish they would have done that. And there is one more thing I would say I would say that really bothered me about this final part is Kim and her grandpa. So basically, I felt like in the final part things were starting to go too far after what went down at the turn of it. In the second part, Ken's grand Ken's grandpa was, grandpa was about to go too far and basically, with the students and tried to take out Crease. So basically, I felt like, before I felt like she should have took care, should have stayed up to her grandpa and feel like, I think you're going too far with the students and you about to go too far with Crease, how to deal with Crease. So basically, I feel like, I wish that he would have took a stance, when the students, what he did to the students, and and what he wanted her to do to Crease, Crease before she actually tried to did it. I wish he would have took a stance with this, would have took a stance before everything went too far. And as a whole, this was a good final season. So basically, this does set up an opportunity to do another Cobra Kai spin-offs and whatnot. And the series didn't didn't give us a straight up setup for it kind of ended ended not give us a detailed setup for the new up and coming Karate Kid movie in this final part of the season. So anyway, I think that the major message is, I feel like the true message of the series is that don't let your past consume you. You know, learn from learn to your past mistakes, and learn to your past mistakes. That way, you could shape a better future for yourself. So basically, that's why I think that the main message of the series, like Johnny was, Johnny was basically, Johnny, most of the characters were, most of all the characters, like the major main characters, were so focused on the past and letting past a bit consume them instead of just, like learning from learn from those past mistakes, and learn to those past mistakes and basically help them build a better future for themselves. So basically, that was the whole. I believe that was the the main message of the series. Like sometimes things happen in the past that affect you negatively, but learning from that negative, learning from that negative mistake in your past will help you better positively shape your future better and whatnot. So anyway, that's what I think about this. So anyway, overall, the final season of Cobra Kai part three was okay. So anyway, what do you guys think about Cobra Kai? The final part of Cobra Kai part three. I think the final season of Cobra Kai part three. Good, bad, or just okay. Please let me know in the comments below. Anyway, signing off from Screen Reviews. One.